Akuma ASMR. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you little sinner. It's way past your bedtime. You need to sleep. Otherwise, you'll be lethargic in the morning.
No, don't want to.
As you can see, you're even yawning right now. Clearly, you're very tired.
But I want to see Mummy.
The mistress isn't home yet, young master. Some things came up to the office. She said that she would be home late. I don't believe she would be home for a while. Mistress?
Mummy!
You're home early. And right on time, too. I'm afraid the young master insists on waiting for you and just refused to sleep.
Sebastian! Don't rat me out.
Young master, you're currently not asleep. I'm sure the mistress will be able to deduct your misbehavior regardless.
But I just wanted to read a bedtime story with you and Sebastian. Is it possible?
Of course, mistress. I'll get the book right away. But, young master, you have to promise me that you'll go to sleep right after.
But...
No buts. We've had enough buts for today. You need sleep, young master.
Okay, I promise.
Excellent. That's what I would like to hear. All right. Is everybody cozy?
Yes.
That's good. Now sit back and relax. I'll take you to your next fairy tale. This story is called Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, a girl named Goldilocks lived in a house at the edge of the woods. In those days, curls of hair were called locks. She was Goldilocks because golden hair ran down her head and shoulders. One morning, Goldilocks was out for a walk when she came across a beautiful bird. She followed that bird right into the woods, where her mother had said many times she must never go. But Goldilocks didn't think of that. Deeper and deeper into the woods she went. But where was the bird? It was nowhere to be seen. Goldilocks looked around. That's when she knew she was lost. But the house was not far away. I wonder who lives there, she thought, so deep into the woods. She went up and knocked on the door. No answer. She knocked again. Still no answer. Goldilocks knocked a third time and the door opened, but no one was behind the door. Well, the door is already open, said the girl, so I may as well go in. Goldilocks smelled a wonderful smell, and soon knew why. On the table were 3 steaming bowls of oatmeal. All of a sudden, she realized how very hungry she was. What Goldilocks did not know, however, is that 3 bears lived in this house. In fact, that very morning, the 3 bears had sat down to their bowls of oatmeal, but the cereal was too hot. So they had decided to take a short walk. They said to each other, "By the time we return home, our oatmeal will be perfect." Gazing at the steaming bowls of oatmeal, Goldilocks thought, "I'm sure whoever lives here won't mind if I just take one sip." She sat at the first chair and took a sip. "Ah," she said, "it is too hot." She moved to the next bowl and took a sip. "Ah," she said, "it is too cold." She moved to the third bowl and took a sip. "It is just right." And before she knew it, the oatmeal was all gone. Goldilocks rubbed her tummy. "I'm full. I must find somewhere to sit that's more comfortable." She went to the living room. 3 chairs were lined up in a row. 1 big chair, 1 medium-sized chair, and a wee little chair. "I'm sure whoever lives here will not mind if I sit on just 1 chair," said Goldilocks. She sat on the big chair, but it was too hard. "The next chair looks good," said Goldilocks. She moved to the medium-sized chair, but it was too soft. "The wee little chair looks better," said the girl. She sat on the little chair, and it was just right. But when Goldilocks leaned back a bit, the chair broke into a dozen pieces. She plopped right onto the floor. "Oh no," Goldilocks wailed. Then she yawned. There must be somewhere she could lie down for a short nap. The girl saw a ladder and climbed it to an attic. In a row, 3 beds were lined up. 1 big bed, 1 medium-sized bed, and a wee little bed. "I'm sure whoever lives here won't mind if I lay down for just a short nap," she said. She lay down on the big bed, but it was too hard. She lay down on the medium-sized bed, but it was too soft. The girl lay down on the wee little bed, and it was just right. As her head hit the pillow, Goldilocks was fast asleep. Just then, the 3 bears came home from their walk. "Dear me," said Mama Bear, "did either of you leave the front door open?" "Not I," said Papa Bear. "Not I," said Little Bear. Slowly, the 3 bears stepped inside and looked around. "Most odd," said Papa Bear, seeing his spoon in his bowl. "Someone has been eating my oatmeal." "Most odd indeed," said Mama Bear, also seeing her spoon in her bowl. "Someone has been eating my oatmeal." "This is the most odd of all," said Little Bear. "Someone has been eating my oatmeal, and they ate it all up." The 3 bears were very surprised, as you can imagine. With care, they stepped into their living room. "Do you think someone was sitting on my chair?" said Papa Bear. "I know someone was sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear, "because I can see that the seat cushion is pushed down." "And I know someone was sitting on my chair," said Little Bear, "because it's all broken." The 3 bears were even more surprised at that. They climbed the ladder to their attic. "Someone has been sleeping on my bed," said Papa Bear, who could see that his blankets were moved. "Someone has been sleeping on my bed too," said Mama Bear, who could also see that her blankets were moved. "Someone has been sleeping on my bed," said Little Bear. "And look, she's still there." Goldilocks bolted awake. 3 bears were looming over her, and they did not look happy. "Oh my," said Goldilocks, jumping out of the bed. As quick as she could, she climbed down the ladder and ran out to the front door. Little Bear chased after her. "Wait, please." Goldilocks stopped. She turned around. "Tell me," said Little Bear, "why did you come inside our house?" "I guess I didn't think," said Goldilocks. "And why did you eat my oatmeal?" said Little Bear. "Well, I guess I didn't think," said Goldilocks. "And why did you break my chair and sleep in my bed?" said Little Bear. "Well, I guess I didn't think about that either," said Goldilocks. They were silent. Goldilocks said, "I suppose I could have waited outside your door." "We were coming right home," said Mama Bear. "We might have invited you in if we knew you were hungry." "I'm sorry about the chair," said Goldilocks. "I guess you saw it broke." "Yep," said Mama Bear with a frown. "I'm good at fixing things," said Goldilocks. "If you have glue." "Of course we have glue," said Papa Bear. "What kind of bears do you think we are?" "I will make it up to you," said Goldilocks. "Come on in then, dear," said Mama Bear. "We'll start over," said Papa Bear with a nod. Come in," said Little Bear, jumping up and down. With smiles, they skipped together inside the bear's house. The end. Quite the interesting classic story. I suppose the moral of the story is that you need to think before you act, because every action you take have consequences. Oh, it would seem that the young master is fast asleep. Yes, mistress. He's really fond of you. Perhaps before you go, you should give him a little kiss on the forehead. I'm sure he would love that. Perhaps it will bring him nice dreams. Great. Now, shall we sneak out? We don't want to wake the young master. After all, it took quite convincing to have him sleep. All right. After me. Sweet dreams, young master. Now, all that's left is for you, mistress. You must be tired. How may I be of service? Shall I prepare a bath? A dinner, perhaps? Or perhaps you desire something else? I will gladly serve. Of course not, mistress. There's no such thing as a ridiculous request. If you so desire, I shall give you anything you want, and I would do it gladly with a smile. Why? Oh, because I'm simply one hell of a butler, and a butler must serve his mistress to the best of his abilities in all aspects of life, and includes this. Now, mistress, shall I help you unwind? Let's loosen this up, shall we? Or shall I apply more pressure? More passion. Now, mistress, I know how excited you get, and I do understand how good this feels, but I do suggest that you keep your voice down. We don't want to wake up the young master like last time, now do we? That's right. Now, shall we continue into the bedroom? I shall provide my full service there, but at the same time, you need to keep your promise, mistress. Keep your voice down. Good. After you, mistress.